with Jeff Metcalf and then kick it over to Eliav.
Shey, our sense is that your rehab is going well. Can you just sort of bring us up to date with where you are and how you're feeling, and maybe some sort of timetable if you know it?
Well, right now I'm doing really well. 6.5 months post-op. I'm running on the court, running up and down, jumping on my jump shots, getting stronger in the weight room. I think the next step is more so defense, working on defense and cutting. As far as the timeline, my surgeon thinks that I should be good to go for the first game. So May 19th is my goal. And as of now, it looks like I'm going to be on track for that.
What's that just mean to you to think that you could go through all this and yet be there for the first game? Is that a big relief or excitement? What goes through your mind to realize?
It's a little bit of everything, to be honest. Honestly, it's been a long process. Even just being where I'm at now, I felt like I would never have gotten here. At the beginning of my rehab, it seemed like a very long, slow, tedious process, but to be only 2 months out and possibly ready to play for the first game, I'm excited. I'm just ready to get back out there. And just show and just, I don't know, I'm just excited. Do it all.
Are you, we were talking to Sophie just about kind of the general feeling about the roster because of everything you went through last year, that chaos, just everything. What does it feel like just to have something closer to normal going on right now?
I mean, it feels good, as far as normal. I think you mean as far as like BG being back, it feels amazing. Sophie's here, Dee's here. We all just kind of working out together. I'm watching them get going. Once the other players come, I think we'll have a more feel of how our chemistry would be and how our style of play would look. But as of now, it's just the returners here, and it feels good to have BG back. So I don't know if that's what you meant by things being normal or her being back. Yeah, it feels amazing. Glad to have her back.
Yeah. Good. Thanks.
All right, we're going to go over to Eliav, followed by Chris.
Hey, Shey, good to see you again. Eliav, goodbye, Sports 360 AZ. So I don't know if you noticed this through your process, but as you gave everybody updates, it felt like you've become somewhat of an inspiration for people out there that are going through things that you've gone through and doing it with your trademark smile. So when it comes to that aspect of it, did you feel that element of it?
I did. I think after my third video, I really got a sense of like, okay, everybody's actually not just following my progress, but like looking forward to just seeing my steps, because either they're going through it or know somebody else who's going through a recovering injury. And I think for me, it was just a way of just to keep smiling. Like it was some dark moments going through rehab, but just making those TikToks and just getting all the responses from everybody, it made me smile. I was glad to see that everybody was excited for my progress. So that definitely helped me with the transition up until this point.
We'll go over to Cristo Saltis, followed by Jesse Morrison.
Hey, Shey, Cristo Saltis says in Greece, hope you're doing well, first of all. Looking back in the last season, what was the biggest lesson for you and how motivates you to get better going to this season?
Oh, sorry, one more time.
What was the biggest lesson from last season for you, and how motivated you are to get better this season?
Well, I'm just motivated altogether. Each year you get motivated to play, especially coming off of, I can't really say coming off of an injury, because it feels like I've played up until the second to last game of the season, so I didn't really miss much. So it kind of feels like an off season, but I'm excited to just get back out. I've been working really hard, so I hope that it translates to the court. And the things that I've learned last year, just that I need to be more aggressive. I feel like whether it's pushing the ball up more, knowing when to look for my own shot, look for my teammates. And I think the minutes that I got towards the end of the season, once people went down with injuries and other things that went on, my confidence began to develop. So hopefully I can just take that, my progression that I did at the end of the season, and hopefully I pick up where I left off for this season.
And also speaking about BG, what is the biggest thing have her back in the team on and off the floor, especially?
Just her personality. Every time she walks in the gym, she just smiling. We joke a lot. It just feels a different feel, the different vibe, aura in the gym. You know, it just feels good to have her walk in and no longer have to be free BG or get updates of what may have been happening when she was detained. But to have her back here and know that she's going to be here for the season, and it's going to be a lot of positivity surrounding our team this year. So that's going to really feel good.
Thank you very much.
I will go over to Jeff C. Morrison, back over to Eliav.
Hi, Shey. Sorry, I hopped on a little bit late. So you did say you were on track for the first game, correct?
Correct.
And then also just like I missed the part where I guess you just talked about your progress. How is your progress going? And yeah, just how is everything going, like ramping up?
It's good. Like I said, I'm running on the court now. I think I get to start working on defense within the next week or two, and just like cutting side to side. My court workouts have been going well. I'm shooting on my jump shots, 3-pointers, layups. So I'm just on pace to start the first game, and as long as there's no setbacks, I should be out there.
And then just as far as like the rehab process, like what is the most important hurdle you have to jump to be able to, you know, be back for that first game? Is it, you know, being able to like cut or, you know, get down and play defense? Just like, what is it?
I think overall is just seeing how well my foot can handle like the pressure, the impact, especially with the hard court. Right now I've been struggling with that a little bit with just like my ligaments and stuff, getting used to a hard surface. So I think for me, the biggest hurdle is just like being able to go pain-free. Each workout I should be able to do with feeling nothing, almost close to 100%. So until I get to that point, then I just take everything step by step. And I think once I get to the point where I don't have to feel any more pain or anything, I'll be good.
Thank you.
We'll go back over to Eliav, followed by Alex Simon.
Couple more for you here. First off, you already mentioned BG, and we'll get to that in a second, actually. But Jeff asked Sophie about Matt Ishbia, the new owner, and I was wondering if you also had a chance to talk to him and what those interactions have been like.
Yeah, I had a chance to meet Matt and his brother. They seem amazing. Their energy is great. He walked in here the first day and was like, he wants to make sure that we get whatever we need. He doesn't want us to feel like it's a drop off between the men's side. And I love it. We got something new, something fresh. He's young. I'm sure he's going to come with like some great ideas, and I'm just excited to have him here.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute. And then the second one is, I know we already mentioned about BG, but for you, obviously, we know what she brings to the court. From what I've seen, it feels like more than anything, she's that glue person that every team really needs. What's that been like, just being in the locker room and feeling that as far as the off the court, totally off the court from her?
It's been strange a little bit, because I feel like, you know, she was gone all last season. So now it's just been a lot of kind of refreshing her, keep up to date of how things were last season or how things work in our offense. You know, it's a new system for her, some new coaches. So kind of just really flipping the script and just let her know, okay, this is how things are. This is how we did this and that. And just kind of just more so getting her up to speed with everything. Like I said, she's just a great overall human being. We have our conversations in the locker room, and just to see her smiling and happy, you know, after all that she's went through, I think that's just the best part of everything.
I will go over to Alex Simon, followed by Sean Schultz.
Hey, Shey, good to see you. In just talking about Brittany, I guess, has it felt normal at this point to have her back yet? I imagine I would love to know just kind of what that first time that you saw her was like, but has there been enough time and enough, you know, moments around the court that it's returned to normal for you?
Well, the first time we met is when she came back. I think when 2 days after she got back to Phoenix, she came in the facility. I was the only one here at the time, and we just kind of embraced, just really hugged. And it just felt really good to just give her a hug and see her there physically and know that she was all in one piece and still smiling. Even through everything, she was still smiling. But now, I mean, that was in December. Now it's been almost 3 months. I'm over the whole, oh, you back. It's just all jokes. It's like how she's been here this whole time. So I'm just happy to have her back. But it's like as if she's been here this whole time by now for me.
To kind of get to that point, I guess, what does that bring to you in terms of kind of like a sense of purpose for this season for you guys on the team? But to know that, she obviously completely misses last season for reasons out of her control. Does that kind of change the focus of how you hope the group wants to approach this season, just to kind of like get her back and get her into, what
Oh,
is?
yeah, for sure. I would think everybody has their own individual motivation, but as far as BG, like, everybody knows what she went through last year. So I think for us, well, for me, I know, like, I want to go out there and just make this year for her an exciting year, a great year. I don't want her to have to go through everything she went through and then come here and it's just like we just not really doing well. So I really want everybody to just be motivated and know that we always going to have an extra motivation. If you need extra motivation, look at BG. She wasn't here last year. Now she's here. And so hopefully just that mentality gets everybody going every single game, every single quarter, every single half.
Good to talk to you again, Shey.
Thank you.
All right, we'll kick it over to Sean Schultz and then over to Jeff Metcalf.
Hi, Shey. Good to see you. And good
Hello.
to see you back doing well. Sean Schultz, WNBA Swish. I was just wondering, both from the start of the injury to today through your rehab, what has the support of your teammates and the team behind the scenes kind of meant to you? And how has that played into how you've approached rehab and how far you've gotten?
It's meant a lot. My teammates have been encouraging me since the day I tore my Achilles. I don't think I've went a day without talking to at least one of my teammates. Right now, I have BG, D, and Sophie in here, and just having them work out with me. It feels good. Like, I'm part of the team again, because for so long I was by myself. In the earliest stages, Sky was in here working out with me. That was great motivation. And even just having the Suns player, they're here all the time. And, the ones that were rehabbing, we would cross paths in the weight room. We would chat, we would talk, and just having them around encouraging me. They have their own season going on, but they still take the time out and, just check up on me, give me words of encouragement. And one thing that really I stood out the most with me is Coach Monty. We talked, I think, like 2 months into my recovery. And he just said, like, the goal is to come back 100% and not 90%. And then since then, that's just kind of been my mentality. Like, the goal isn't to rush back and just to say you back. Like, I want to be back 100% with no excuses, no nothing, like as if nothing had happened. So that's my mentality. So I appreciate all my teammates. I appreciate the Suns, the staff, everybody that has played a part. I really do thank everybody.
We'll go final two questions here, starting with Jeff Metcalf, followed by Jesse Morrison.
Because of the uncertainty about Skylar's availability, does that put more pressure on you, not only to get back, but to be at that 100% level to run this team, if you want to put it that way?
No, I honestly don't feel any pressure. I feel like regardless of who's here, as long as I'm 100%, I'm going to bring what I'm going to bring. Obviously, I want to be back and help the team as best as possible. But with Skylar not here, it's just more opportunities for somebody else to step up and fill in our best as we can her shoes. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in, play my game, not thinking about filling in for nobody else. I can't do what Skylar does. I can't do what Dee do. I can only do what I do. So as long as I'm healthy and 100%, I'm just going to just be the best that I can be.
And do you have any thoughts on the guards that they've added that are going to be in training camp?
Got some ballers. I know they can all score, hoop. I don't know much personally about a lot of them, but I know I'm excited about Mariah to be here. I obviously played against her. Sutton and Destiny, I've seen them play a few times. Can't think of anybody else at the top of my head, but I'm excited to get everybody in here and just see how we can mesh and build chemistry together.
Thank you.
I will wrap things up with Jesse Morrison.
Hey, Shey, again, just obviously the big news around these parts in the past couple of months has been the acquisition by the Suns of Kevin Durant. And obviously, he went through an Achilles tear and everything back in a few years ago. Have you gotten the opportunity to talk to him about his process or anything while you guys have maybe crossed paths in the facility?
Yeah, when he first came, to tour the facility, I had stopped him and just like, you have any advice, for somebody coming off an Achilles tear? And we were talking a little bit, comparing calf sizes. I think I have him beat a little bit, but he was just telling me, take my time, and where I'm at now, my process, he's like, it's just downhill from here. Like, you got it. Like, just go full speed. Now it's just about repetition and stuff. So I'm glad I have him here as well. So, just kind of pick his brain and see what he did after and how he continued to rehab once he was 100%. So it's been good to have him around.
And then one more, obviously you are on a training camp contract. Do you feel like you have to earn a roster spot this year?
Absolutely. I feel like every year I'm in the league, I have to earn a roster spot. That's just kind of been how things have gone for me. And I'm never going to feel content. So I don't have a guaranteed contract. I can be cut just like anybody else. I'm going to make sure I go in there and work as hard as anybody else. Like, I'm trying to make the team, because in reality, I am. So that's going to be my thought process, my mentality going to here, and hopefully, I get a spot.
All right. Thanks, Shey.
Thank you.